Hi, everybody. Hi, and welcome to Dillon. I am really excited that he is joining us today. We've already had some really good conversation just before our video, and now we're going to go live and we're going to have some great conversation with you. So, Dillon, just tell us quickly a bit about you.
Okay, well, straight in. So essentially, really quickly, I come from a very mixed kind of financial services, Vedic, make money, make a difference, philanthropic, volunteering, quite, you might say, quite a confused background with respect to, my place in the world. But certainly it was confused until I started really downloading what the purpose is. And in my mind, the purpose, really, my purpose here is to create an enlightened economy. So really re-energize the global economy with the energies of love and forgiveness and compassion, and help people to redefine money as a flow of love, as a force for good, and as fuel for impact. And, I'm focusing specifically on, those soulful individuals on the planet who seek to make the world a better place, but still maybe have some healing to do around their economics, around money, and maybe aren't quite able to scale their spirituality in the way that they deserve to. So that's kind of my background and where I'm at right now.
Super. Well, that sounds very interesting. Absolutely. And you are going to be one of our speakers at the Spiritual Love Summit. Yay!
Yeah. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to share with you and your people. Absolutely. Thank you.
So let's just talk quickly about what people can expect from you and from other speakers and things, because we've got a fabulous lineup, and it's not a normal summit. It's different. It's all about you, the participant. And so just before we get into Dillon, I just want to say that this really is about connecting. So not only do you get, it's a small summit, it's so you can talk to each of these speakers, you can get your point across. We're going to be doing networking events where you can talk about what you need, how we can help you, and it's going to be really exciting. So sorry for butting in there, Dillon. You go for it.
Not at all. And actually, do you know what? I think you just hit the nail firmly on the head when you use the word connection. And one of the reasons I'm so excited to be part of this, not just the Spiritually Awakening Circle, but part of the summit, is because already there feels to be a connection between, you and Monica and myself and the speakers. And when you look at I was just looking down at the rundown of all the speakers that you've managed to bring into one event. I can't believe you've got so many outstanding speakers in one event. And then, of course, me tagging along. But I was looking at the speaker bio, and I was really thinking about how, like, every single one of those speakers is all about connecting to that energy of love, but also maybe helping heal some wounds around the energies of love, and helping perhaps individuals who are, stuck in a space where they know that the energy of love is out there, but maybe not able quite to connect to it. And like, even if you look at the kind of the psychic medium sessions that you've got going on at the event, I love those because, to be able to look back, ancestral lineage for me is really, really important. And to be able to kind of look back at your lineage and maybe connect with that lineage, or at least maybe find out where your blockages are rooted, I think is a really powerful thing to be able to do. And I know that that's one of the sessions in the Zoom rooms, right? And then the other one, which we just talked about, which was the kind of the protection armor, which like definitely sign me up for that. I want a front row seat for that session. Yeah. So well, I think
we've got the. I'm butting in there, you see.
Not at all.
Yeah, we've actually got a real shaman, and it's actually very difficult to find real shamans because, first of all, they hide. 2, they never hardly go on social media. And 3, they just don't usually like reacting with people. So we have got our very own shaman who is going to be coming into the Zoom room, and you are going to be with them, and he is going to be put a protective seal on you, a spiritual protective seal for that lasts 2 or 3 months. And I've actually had one done by him, and honestly, you can feel the difference. You really can. So sorry for butting in. I'm back
to you. And I think if not for my session or any of the others, I think that particularly in the environment we're in right now, when the crust of fear around our planet is so thick, and I think we're finding it harder to express our spiritual voices. We're running a mini program at the moment. I've got kind of 250 people on a program at the moment, and I just asked them on a live over the weekend, you know, are you finding it easier or harder to get your message out there? And, you know, 90% of those individuals said, actually, I'm finding it really tough. And so those forces of fear, I feel the crust of fear around the planet is holding back the spiritual message. So to get that kind of protective seal, you know, I think is really important as we move into this next epoch of our evolution. I guess from my particular perspective, you know, what I'm really hoping to add to the event, to the summit, is really an understanding of how spiritually minded, heart-led, soulful human beings can just redefine their perspective of what economic power can do for them. Because we live in a world, whether we like it or not, where there's nothing else on the planet that touches more lives than the global economy. You know, quite literally, from the richest man on the planet to the poorest collection of individuals, you know, the kids I see in Brazil living in the gutters, or the street kids we see in India who essentially are, you know, for want of a better word, pimped out by their keepers, if you like, you know, from the guys at the top to the kids at the bottom. Essentially, everybody is gripped in some level of fear by the global economy. You know, that's 7.8 billion people, either their fear of losing it all or their fear of never having enough. And I think we're missing a trick as the spiritual community in abstaining from economic power. I think we're missing a trick by defining money in the way I feel that the conspiracy wants us to. I feel it's better for the people in power for us just to stay out of the way and think that money is evil and think that it's not a flow of love and not be able to scale our messages. So I want to present an alternative paradigm for the global economy, and I also want to present what individuals can do to fundamentally shift the way that they think about money and the way that they transact with money, in order that collectively we can start really deploying our economic and spiritual power, our material and metaphysical power, as a flow of love, a force for good, and fuel for impact. So that's kind of really my perspective on this.
Well, I am really looking forward to hearing all that.
Thank
so
you.
I shall be straight in front of the video listening to that. Wow, that sounds absolutely wonderful. Is there any last thing that you'd like to talk about before we go?
I guess I just wanted to say thank you to you, to Monica, to the team for putting this together, because, you know, there's so much out there at the moment that we could participate in, but nothing I've seen that really is kind of so deeply focused on this idea of connecting to the energies of love. And I think that energy is the antidote to fear right now. And I know that you've got 2 ticket levels. You know, certainly I will be recommending to my tribe of followers to go for the higher ticket level. I think there's about $20 between them, so it's not, you know, not a huge price gap. But I would just say to anyone listening, you know, for the investment that you need to make in this event, I think if you just take 1 or 2 things away that allow you to connect to the energy of love, that allow you to take home some kind of antidote to the fear, I think that's going to send you off on a kind of a springboard of manifestation, a springboard of abundance that will allow you to get your voice heard, that will allow you to, you know, to create the impact and the influence on humanity that I know that I want, that I know that Nikki and Monica want, and I'm sure that you want as well. So really just a message to anybody watching right now, and a thank you to yourself and Monica.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, we're so excited for it, because there's going to be 12 people with 12 different points, and there has to be somebody in that 12 different points that will be able to help you connect more to the love energy that there is around the place.
Absolutely.
Okay, Dillon, thank you so much. It was absolutely lovely to speak to you. You take care, and and take care, everybody. We love you, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.